fellow poor people here? All right, save your strength. We're going to need it for the jog home later. I'm a member of the poor community. It's not that bad, though. I think there's some benefits to being poor. I'm usually the hottest bitch on the bus. That helps. That's definitely a perk. There's some other advantages to being poor as well. It makes it a lot easier to get away with tax fraud. Nobody's looking for me in my Hill County fair money. Absolutely not. I used to do my taxes. I used to look forward to doing my taxes because I would get a refund. I was like, I don't understand why people complain about this all the time. I just answer some tedious questions about my job for an hour. A few months later, I get a check in the mail. It's like my grandparents never died. But then something weird happened a couple years ago. I didn't get any less poor, but I finished filling out my taxes, and at the end, the government was like, actually, this time, you owe us money. I was like, cool, I'm just not gonna click submit. I'm just gonna close my laptop screen. What are you gonna do about it? I put the tape over my camera, I know my rights. And they're never gonna see that money from me. And they shouldn't, okay? $200, that means nothing to the US government. That can barely buy a pair of fuzzy dice for a tank. Okay, but to me, an impoverished person, that money is very meaningful. $200 can pay for an awful lot of drugs. The good kind too, the family pack. That's right, we're stocking up on drugs now. We're meal prepping drugs. It's called being responsible. I'm actually not doing a ton of drugs right now. I did have to quit smoking weed. So sad, I know. The worst part is I still want to hang out with the stoners. I still identify with stoner culture. Just because weed gives me panic attacks sometimes now doesn't mean that I'm not still passionate about sitting down. Okay, I may not be technically high all the time anymore, but I'm still gonna find a way to work aliens into the conversation. It's gonna come up. I don't care if we're at brunch. I have theories. I may not be waking and baking before work these days, but I'm still gonna do a really bad job. It's my promise to you, my bosses, whoever they are. Didn't catch a name. I'm happy to be out in public. Feels nice. I will say though, one upside to the past year and a half for me personally, nobody asked me what my tattoos mean for a while. That was nice. I hate when people ask me what my tattoos mean, like I'm supposed to know. That just gives me way too much credit. Trust me, the only thing that any of my tattoos mean is that one time I had $80. That is it, I promise you. Not a deep thinker. Got one brain cell left and she's bouncing around my skull like air hockey puck. It is peaceful up here. Actually, it's not entirely true. I do have one tattoo that has personal significance for me. I have a tiny tattoo of the moon, which of course means I am bisexual. That is what it means if it is on a white woman. If you're a white woman not laughing right now, I'm gonna assume you just found out you're bisexual. I'm so sorry that you had to hear it from me, but you should have figured it out like the rest of us by watching Cruel Intentions at a sleepover in 7th grade. That's on you. It's too late to come out now. We're not doing that anymore. The coupon is expired. I can't imagine like going out of your way now to call up your elderly grandmother just to be like, Grandma, I'm bi. She'd probably be like, honey, me too. Back in my day, we just called that having a pulse. All right, we just called that a long winter. Your grandma's gay, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Why else do you think she and Grandpa had separate beds? She blamed it on the Lord, but there's just too much lesbian sex happening in hers. Wasn't room for him. Kicked him out. Let's see, I've been trying to make some healthier choices lately, so I stopped binge drinking. You gotta start somewhere, at the bottom, preferably. It's been good for the most part, just been casual dating, kind of rough. Not that it was amazing while I was getting blackout drunk on a regular basis. I acknowledge that. Like, it's not great boning a SoundCloud rapper with multiple face tattoos whose only mode of transportation is a Razor scooter. But you know what's worse? Remembering it. Not everything is meant for the scrapbook. So I may have to raise my standards just slightly and stop sleeping with alcoholics, but I refuse to stop sleeping with broke dudes. Okay, because broke dudes fuck like it's an Olympic sport. Broke dudes are the Simone Biles of fucking. They're trying to get moves named after them. And it makes sense when you think about it, because they can't afford to buy me dinner. They gotta fill me up somehow. Whatever it takes. Chivalry is not dead. You never send a lady home with an empty stomach. My grandmother taught me that. Passed on the wisdom. I don't know. My love life isn't that bad, though. I'm actually about to go out on my 4th date with this one guy. You know what that means for a date. You know what that means. We're going to have sex for the 4th time. This isn't Pride and Prejudice, people. I got things to do, places to go, holes to fill. Icebergs are melting, tides are rising. Get inside me. I don't know what it is about the looming threat of global warming that has me riled up 24/7, but it does. It's like the apocalypse is coming, and so am I. Plus, like, I just feel like you gotta get sex out of the way early now, because so much sex these days is so hit or miss, right? Everyone's got whiskey dick or Lexapro pussy. You gotta find out ASAP if your parts like each other. I'm sorry, I see a few privileged, confused faces, unfamiliar with Lexapro pussy. Y'all never been on antidepressants? You never had to choose between getting off and getting out of bed? You get one. Pick one in this life. I used to hate when people would ask me if I came when they knew I was on antidepressants, because the answer was always, yes, I came, in the sense that I'm done. I didn't finish technically, but spiritually, I'm ready to watch TV right now. That's how a girl knows. Time to roll off. I don't know, I don't think it's that bad though, sex without an orgasm. I think it can still be a fun time. I feel like having sex without coming, that's like losing in a children's soccer game. Like, chin up, champ, we're still gonna go for pizza after this. All that matters is that you tried. And you broke a sweat out there. We got some use out of those shin guards I bought you. I told you they'd make sense one day. I like this person I'm going out with right now, though. He's got like an okay personality, a big dick, and an HBO account. So I think we'll last through the next lockdown. One of my friends was surprised I even brought up his big dick at all as a positive when I was describing him. She was like, why do you care? You're bisexual. Half the people you're attracted to don't even have dicks. I was like, that's not true. Every lesbian I've ever slept with has a 9-inch dick with a 15-year warranty, and it's dishwasher safe. Oh yeah, your dick fills with blood and is attached to your body. Doesn't glow in the dark though. Still some improvements to be made on the factory model. Plus, dildos don't get whiskey dick. Yet. I'm actually gonna make and sell the first dildo that gets whiskey dick. I'm not gonna make a profit, but I'm gonna make a point. One way or another. May not surprise you to learn that I've been a hoe online before. Give it up for hoes. Give it up if you like hoes. Thank you. I need that. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Clearly. See, I'm not embarrassed that I used to be a cam girl. I'm embarrassed that I only made $40. That's the part that I lie about in job interviews. to protect my reputation. Do other forms of hoeing as well. I'm a stripper from time to time. Give it up for strippers, please. Thank you. See, I feel comfortable telling y'all this because you guys seem cool. But sometimes I don't like telling random men that I meet that I'm a stripper because it kind of breaks their brain a little bit. They get this hazy, horny look in their eyes, kind of like glaucoma. They start asking me weird questions in the middle of the day, like, do you ever get turned on at your job? I don't know, sir, do you ever get turned on investment banking? You do? Well, that sounds like a separate issue. I think the problem is people don't realize the strip club is not that sexy of a place. Once you've been there for a while, you start to notice all the unsexy elements. Like, for instance, whenever I get in position to twerk, I realize I look exactly like a coach giving a halftime pep talk. Which is appropriate, considering a lap dance really is just a pep talk for lonely middle-aged men. I'm out here giving inspirational speeches for $20 a song. Like, listen up, Jeff. You are at the bottom of the second quarter of your life right now. You said you're 34, which means you're 38, but you think sunscreen is gay, so you look 45. That's okay, we can work with that. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna demand a raise from your boss, because you've given that company everything. You're gonna tell your ex-wife 1 week in a month, that's not enough time with the kids, not if you're gonna learn their middle names. You're gonna start washing your face, you're gonna register to vote, and you're gonna open your heart to love, goddammit! Now when I say break, you get back out there, tiger. You give them hell, and you give me $20 more, because this is a really cheap lifestyle confession. Thank you guys. I'm Angelina. Give it up for your host one more time.
Give it up for